What's up, everybody? Welcome to our private hoodoo mentorship. This week's lesson is going to be on spiritual gifts and the five clairs. I'm going to talk about the five clairs, which are a set of psychic abilities or spiritual gifts that are believed to enhance a person's intuitive or psychic senses. um, I'm also going to talk about a few other spiritual gifts that fall outside of the five clairs. Um, and I want you to, of course, grab a pen and a piece of paper, take notes if you need to. The information on the four elements have been posted. In the next video, we're going to talk about water and hoodoo. But I want to dive into the five clairs and spiritual gifts. Okay. Um, the five clairs are abilities that are often associated with heightened intuition and perception that goes beyond the regular five senses. And there are several different clairs. There are a lot of clairs. I'm going to talk about the five most common, most talked about, and most recognized clairs, okay? Those five clairs are clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, and clairgustance or clairalience. Okay. So really we're talking about six, but clairgustance and clairalience are typically grouped together, and I'm not sure why, because one is taste and one is smell, but I digress. So first, we're going to start out with clairvoyance. This is probably one of the most common. I am sure if you are here, you have heard of clairvoyance. If you are in this group, you probably have some clairvoyance, okay? Clairvoyance is associated with the third eye chakra. This is clear seeing and the ability to see in the realm of the spirit. It's the ability to see visions or images that are not visible to the physical eye. Those with this gift may receive mental images, symbols, or scenes that provide insight or guidance. And clairvoyance may also have the ability to see auras and energy fields surrounding objects and people. Um, People who have the gift of clairvoyance will sometimes dream a lot. Visualization comes very easy to these people, and seeing the color spectrum comes very easily to those who have the gift of clear seeing. The second one, clairaudience. This is clear hearing. I'm sure you have heard of this. This is the ability to hear in the spirit. And it is the ability to hear sounds, voices, or messages from the realm of the spirit or higher dimensions. This gift may involve hearing words, phrases, or music that provide guidance, comfort, or information. Clairaudience may also receive information via intuitive insights through inner auditory experiences. Everyone who hears things that other people cannot hear are not experiencing hallucinations. Some people are truly spiritually gifted, but if it happens or activates before you are aware of it, it will make you think that something could be wrong. Okay. A lot of times, people who have this gift will experience tinnitus or a ringing in the ear. And there is a meaning behind the ringing in the ear, depending upon the pitch. Is it high? Is it low? Is it the right ear? Is it the left ear? Everything means something. You know what I'm saying? but clairaudience. So a lot of times when people are channeling, people channel through the gift of clairaudience. They are hearing the message because they are able to hear at higher frequencies, higher dimensions, or again into the spiritual realm. Number three, clear sentience, clear feeling. This is oftentimes mistaken with empathy, and it is similar, but these are two separate gifts, okay? Y'all, excuse me for clearing my throat. Y'all know how it goes, but I do have some water here, and I will take a sip in a minute. Um, Clairsentience is the ability to sense or feel energy, emotions, or vibrations from the spiritual realm or other individuals. Those with this gift may experience physical sensations, gut feelings, or empathic connections that provide intuitive information. Clairsentients are highly attuned to the emotions and energies of others. Someone who is clairsentient has the ability to walk into a room or into a building and receive insights on things that have taken place there, right? Someone who is clairsentient has the ability to know what another individual is feeling, right? If they are tapped into it like that, if their gift works like that. Because I also want to say that the gifts work differently for different people, okay? So, clear sentience is clear feeling, the ability to sense or feel energy. Number four, clear cognizance. This is clear knowing. This is associated with the crown chakra, okay? And claircognizance is the ability to receive intuitive knowledge, wisdom, or insights without any logical reasoning or explanation or other external information. Those with this gift may have a strong sense of knowing or understanding about a particular situation, person, or event. Claircognizance may receive sudden flashes of insights or understanding that feel like downloads of information. So when you all hear me say on the channel that I am having a download, right? It is the gift of claircognizance, okay? Claircognizance. And it's not the only one that I have. I have a lot of them. So yeah, claircognizance is just clear knowing. Sometimes you will have someone who it's like, why do they know that? Like, how do they know that? Or the person who may come across as the know-it-all, right? Because that's how it comes across. And it's not that they think that they're a know-it-all, right? Maybe some of them do, but not everybody who has this gift thinks that they're a know-it-all. It's not that they think that they know it all, it's just that they know and they don't even understand themselves why they know, you know what I'm saying? Again, claircognizance is associated with the crown chakra. Um, and this is just the ability to receive downloads from the realm of the spirit or higher dimensions. Number five and six, I'm going to talk about them together. Clair clairgustance, which is clear tasting, and clairalience, which is clear smelling. The ability to taste or smell in the realm of the spirit. Clairgustance and clairalience are less commonly recognized than the others, but they involve the ability to taste or smell spiritual energies or messages. Clairgustance may experience tastes or flavors in relation to spiritual information, while clairalience may perceive scents or odors that convey intuitive messages, or presences. So someone who is clairaudient um, can smell a spirit around them. And depending on the stench or the scent, um, they are able to determine or decipher what type of energy it is, right? Or you may have someone who is clairaudient as well as clairsentient. Okay. Not only can they smell, but they can also feel the energy. And between the two, they will be able to intuitively determine what energy is present. Does that make sense? If anyone has any questions, feel free to type them in the comments below. Okay, either on Patreon or YouTube. Okay, and I will definitely answer your questions. Now, people ask me all the time, "Oh, which Claire are you?" And it's like, child, all of them. All of them except one. And outside of the Claires, I am an extremely multifaceted, multi-dimensional, multi-skilled individual. And I thank God, for the abilities. And there are other people like me. Some people may only have one, or you may have one that is more dominant, right? While others will have multiple, and there will always be one that is more dominant, right? There will always be some that are more dominant than the others. But yes, definitely. I definitely have all of them. I think I have everything that we are actually going over in this video except maybe one or two things. So those are the five clears. It's important to note that the clairs are believed to be intuitive gifts that vary in strength and expression from person to person. So what it looks like for me, it may not look like for you. How it presents in one of you is not going to present that way in the other. You know what I'm saying? It varies from person to person. Developing and honing these abilities often involve practice, meditation, and spiritual growth and development. Individuals who possess these gifts may use them to provide guidance, healing, and insight, not only to themselves, but to others along their spiritual journey. Now, I want to talk about a variety of other spiritual gifts that exist in addition to the clairs, okay? And the first one of those is the gift of empathy. Okay, where are my empaths at? Okay, empathy is the ability to tune into and understand the emotions, feelings, and energies of others. Empaths are highly sensitive individuals who can easily pick up on the emotional states of those around them and may even experience emotions as if they were their own, but they're not their own. Okay. Empathy is a very powerful gift. A lot of people mistake the empath for like a weakness, or no, it's not. It is a very powerful gift. Okay. um and that description is so on point, being able to pick up on the feelings, the emotions of others, being able to know that something is wrong based on the ability to tap into the energy of another. And sometimes it's like I've had experiences where um I'm like, and this is when I first started reading for people. I remember one day I had preparing to read for someone, and out of nowhere I got this overwhelming feeling of anxiety. I typically don't have anxiety, so when I do have anxiety, I know that it's not my own. um and it lasted for so long. I could not get a good read on her initially, and I had to text her to tell her, I need you to relax. Like, I need you to relax. One, because I can feel what you're feeling. And, I'm not going to get a good read, right? Based off of this energy. But two, because it skews the reading. And she was like, oh my gosh, I've had crazy anxiety today. How did you know? I mean, yeah, you you know the answer to that. So yes, empathy is a very, very powerful gift. Second on this list is the gift of mediumship, which is the ability to communicate with spirits, guides, or entities from the spiritual realm. Mediums may receive messages, guidance, or insights from the other side and may act as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. If you notice on my YouTube channel, in the description like of the channel, it has always said bridging the gap with an owl. It is because I learned a long time ago that I bridge the gap between these two worlds, right? Being able to go back and forth on the other side of that veil, okay? And a lot of people who practice hoodoo do have the gift of mediumship. Number three, intuition. The gift of intuition is a deep inner knowing and sense of guidance that goes beyond logical reasoning. Intuitive individuals may receive insights, hunches, or gut feelings that provide guidance, wisdom, or information about a situation or decision. Um, it's really self-explanatory. It's really just what it says. When you have that feeling in your gut, that is your intuition, and you should always trust that. You should always be tapped into that, tuned into that, and you should always trust it. Number four, the gift of healing. The gift of healing involves the ability to channel healing energy, intention, or prayer to promote physical, emotional, or spiritual well being. Healers may work with energy, hands on techniques, or spiritual practices to facilitate healing in themselves or others. I'm sure you guys have heard of laying hands, right? The laying of hands. That is the gift of healing. Those who practice Reiki, whether it is direct, in person, or distance Reiki, that is the gift of healing. But coaching, mentoring, all of those things, root work, hoodoo, you have to have a gift of healing in order to be a healer. And not everyone is called to be a healer, right? We're all called for different purposes, okay? Um, but the healer must always heal themselves first before they can look to heal others, okay? Number five, the gift of prophecy. Prophecy is the ability to receive divine messages, visions, or insights about future events or spiritual truths. Prophetic individuals may have a heightened sense of foresight or revelation that allows them to share guidance or predictions with others. Okay. Um, Number six, psychometry. Psychometry is the ability to receive information or impressions from objects or places by touching or holding them. Psychometrists may pick up on an energetic imprints, emotions, or memories associated with an object and use this information for insight and interpretation. This makes me think of like buying things from like a thrift store, right? Or a pawn shop, which I have nothing against, right? I am just very big on items that have been previously owned because they have an energy on them. And so I tell people all the time, like, always be mindful of buying used things and bringing them into your home. You want to always make sure that you are cleansing these things energetically, because whatever energy is attached to that object, it is coming into your space, be it for good or bad, okay? Be it positive or negative, you're bringing it into your space. That makes me think of that. Number 7, channeling, which is the practice of receiving messages, wisdom, or guidance from higher beings, spirits, or entities. Channels may enter a meditative or altered state of consciousness to allow spiritual energies or entities to communicate through them. And number 8, the gift of divination, which is the practice of using tools or methods to gain insight, right? Um, Common divination practices include like tarot readings, pendulum work, scrying, using astrology, the rods. I know y'all know those rods I'm talking about. Throwing bones or shells. Those are all methods of divination. Scrying into a glass of water, scrying into a candle flame, reading a candle flame or even candle wax, divining by smoke. Things that you can look into, and you have to have the gift of sight, right, to be able to scry or you know look into things and kind of see what you see. With tarot, it is super important, and I tell people all the time, it is super important that, like, yes, it's one thing to know the meanings of the cards, right, but the meanings of the cards are the meanings of the cards. It is very important that you learn to read tarot intuitively, not based on the meaning of the cards. Okay. Because you really can miss an entire something just by reading the meaning of the cards. Okay. Um, so that is this week's lesson. These are just a few examples of the many spiritual gifts and abilities that individuals may possess. Each gift is unique and can be used for personal growth or to help the collective, right? There are so many more, but I just wanted to talk about the 5 most common clears and other common gifts that we hear about. I am interested to hear, like, of course, you don't have to go into detail, because that's one thing I'm working on with people too, is learning how to keep things sacred. Like, I can say to you, yes, I have all of these except maybe 2 of everything that I went over tonight. Doesn't matter which one they are. Those of you who know me, you probably know which ones I have, or you know of a few, but you may not know all, right? So it's like, let me know in the comments how many of these you think you have. If you're comfortable with sharing which ones, cool, but you don't have to, okay? But you don't have to. If you have any questions about these spiritual gifts or any others, feel free to ask, okay? The next video, I'm going to be discussing hoodoo and water. I mean, hoodoo, water and hoodoo. Excuse me, y'all, I can't talk today. I'm going to be discussing water in hoodoo, and I'm going to be discussing it as the element, but also as a conduit of spirit. There is a lot that can be done with water, and we're going to get into it in the next video. That is all I have for this video. Until next time, my loves, you guys be blessed. Um, and I will post also in the group what next week's lessons are going to be. Until next time, be blessed. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.